Will Israel bomb Iran soon? A question that's circulating around the globe following Iran's recent missile and drone attack on Israel. This event was not just another skirmish in the long-standing conflicts of the Middle East, it marked a startling departure from the norm, a significant shift in the geopolitical landscape. For the first time since the Islamic Revolution in 1979, Iran launched a direct assault on Israel. This was not a minor incursion. It was an attack of a scale rarely seen, a barrage of missiles and drones that threatened to engulf the region in flames. Yet, even in the face of this onslaught, Israel's defenses held firm. Their sophisticated interception systems successfully neutralized 99% of the incoming threats. In the aftermath of this unprecedented assault, the world watched with bated breath, wondering what would come next. The question on everyone's mind: how is Israel planning to respond? Following the attack, Israel's military chief has made it clear that a response is imminent. This assertion, coming from a nation known for its firm stance on security, sends a clear message. Israel will not tolerate acts of aggression. To understand what this response could look like, it's important to consider Israel's historical approach to security. For decades, Israel has adopted a policy of deterrence, often responding to attacks with force to discourage future aggressions. This strategy has been shaped by the country's tumultuous past and the constant threats it faces in the volatile Middle East region. In this context, the promise of a forthcoming response from Israel's military chief is not surprising. It's a testament to the country's unwavering determination to safeguard its citizens and its sovereignty. However, the nature of this response, whether diplomatic or military, remains to be seen. Now let's shift our focus to the international stage. The attack on Israel has sparked a flurry of discussions between Israel and world leaders. Among those leaders is President Joe Biden, who, in his conversations with Israeli officials, has reiterated the United States' commitment to Israel's security. This reassurance from one of the world's superpowers underscores the global significance of Israel's security and the widespread concern over escalating tensions in the Middle East. These international commitments to Israel's security, coupled with the country's historical resilience, paint a picture of a nation ready to confront its aggressors. It's a narrative that echoes the sentiments of Israel's military chief, who, in the face of adversity, has vowed to protect his nation at all costs. With such assurances, Israel appears to be on the brink of a response. But what does this mean for the region and the world at large? As we move forward, these questions will undoubtedly shape the discourse on this critical issue. The repercussions of a potential Israeli response could be far-reaching. As we delve into the possible consequences, it's important to understand that the stakes are high, not just for Israel and Iran, but also for the broader Middle East region and the world. One potential implication is the escalation of conflict in the Middle East. A retaliatory move from Israel could trigger a cycle of violence, further destabilizing an already volatile region. This could lead to a broader war, roping in other nations and non-state actors, many of whom have vested interests in the region. The impact of such an escalation could be catastrophic, with civilian casualties, mass displacement, and economic turmoil. But the fallout isn't confined to the Middle East. The ripple effect could impact global politics and security. The attack on Israel came from Iranian-backed groups in Iraq, a country with a delicate relationship with the United States. A further escalation could put the US in a tricky position. On one hand, the US has a commitment to Israel's security. On the other hand, it has been trying to extricate itself from the complex web of Middle East politics. The US response, if any, will be closely watched by allies and adversaries alike, potentially reshaping alliances and rivalries. Moreover, the global community, already grappling with a host of challenges, could be thrown into a fresh crisis. The potential for a major conflict in the Middle East could send shockwaves through global markets, disrupt oil supplies, and trigger a refugee crisis. In such a scenario, the international community would be forced to navigate a complex geopolitical landscape, balancing their strategic interests with the need for peace and stability. There's also a risk that a conflict could provide a fertile ground for extremist groups to thrive, posing a threat to global security. History has shown us that chaos and conflict are breeding grounds for terrorism. As the world watches and waits, the question remains, will Israel bomb Iran soon? The answer to that question could define the future of the Middle East and the world. In the face of growing tensions, the question, will Israel bomb Iran soon, carries significant weight. As we delve into the heart of this issue, we must consider the broader geopolitical landscape. This question isn't just a matter of military strategy, it's a symbol of an escalating conflict that could have far-reaching implications. The potential consequences of such an action are alarmingly high. An attack could ignite a full-blown war, destabilizing the Middle East and potentially dragging other nations into the fray. It's a high-stakes chess game where every move could either defuse the situation or light the fuse to a powder keg. However, it's important to remember that there's always room for diplomacy. History has shown us that even in the most dire of circumstances, diplomatic solutions can provide a pathway to de-escalation. Leaders around the globe are undoubtedly working behind the scenes, striving to broker peace in a time of tension. As we await Israel's response, one thing is clear: the world is watching closely, hoping for a resolution that ensures peace and stability. Stay tuned for more updates on this developing story. As we continue to explore international conflicts and their potential resolutions, we are reminded of the power we hold as informed citizens. Our understanding and awareness can shape the world around us. We have the ability to influence our leaders' decisions, to demand peace and diplomacy over war. So in the face of this escalating situation between Israel and Iran, we urge you to stay informed and engaged. Share your knowledge with others, engage in constructive dialogue, and let your voice be heard. Now, if you found this video insightful and would like to keep up to date with the latest developments, we invite you to subscribe to our channel. Here, we strive to provide comprehensive insights into global issues, and by subscribing, you'll be a part of an informed community dedicated to understanding and shaping the world. Until our next video, stay informed, stay engaged, and most importantly, stay safe. Your voice matters, and together we can make a difference.